No, chat, I am not late. That's what the music was for. Watch out for sex spam bots. I haven't had any sex spam bots yet, Bezic, but you're on bot duty.
Oh, I see. Everybody went to your channel, did they?
Some of them did. I've got 12 people over there, but don't worry, they're all eager.
I've only got one, and that's me.
Oh, everybody go and give Based a like on his stream.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Should I?
Here we go live. And we're live. Right. It's a Desker. It is a Desker. And an ape. A monkey on his first stream on his channel.
Hello. Yeah. I've managed to not bimmer it so far, which is quite nice.
I mean, you did bimmer it a teeny bit with the song looping.
Yeah, a teeny bit. I forgot to put the song on loop. And it was way too loud when I put it on. But
oh,
I
yeah,
know
how
now.
was the song volume today? Like, because I had to swap the song at the last minute, because the song I had been using was supposed to be Creative Commons, but apparently the guy, like, hadn't wanted that one on there or something, so I had to swap the song. So I hope it wasn't too loud, because I can't remember the last minute.
Thankfully, I have a bunch of music from people that I know haven't copyrighted it, because I was there when they recorded it.
George is not here right now, but I'm sure he'll make an appearance.
And you have camera as well, so you can actually see some kitties today.
What you'll see is a cat jumping up here, like right here, and probably almost catapulting me across the room. Disco, will George comment on the celebrities? I imagine he probably will. He'll probably
I got Bezic in my chat as well.
You got Bezic in your chat?
Yeah, this feels like the wrong way around. Should be the other way around.
Bezic better be keeping an eye out for beep boops.
Yeah. Let me know if there's any sound issues, if I'm too loud or she's too quiet, or if you don't hear anything properly.
Yeah, let me know if Ape is really loud today, because apparently you were last time. And I think I figured out what it was. The output was coming out from the desktop audio and also the output capture. So I think there was actually two of you.
All right.
Two apes.
Nice. Oh, I've got a student of history as well. Welcome, dude.
Carrier says, sorry, monkey, I can't simp for disco from your chat.
So, oh. you can vicariously simp for...
You can simp for monkey, though.
It's called proxy simping. It's a new thing.
Proxy simping. So, chat, what do we think? What do we think of the trial so far? Who's winning? Who's the monster?
Well, the thing is, as well, so like, I've actually not really been following this very closely.
Oh, you're gonna have a good time then.
And apparently, I'm missing a massive lol cow. So this is why we're doing this stream.
Yeah.
And Disco's going to show me everything that's happened.
I don't know about everything that's happened. Like, this is why I wanted to just sit and watch like the whole testimony, because I was sitting watching this the other day, and I couldn't look away. Like, there was no point in which I was like, oh, I'll just take a little clip there, a little clip there. Like, because the story was just so fantastical. Yeah. Like, I'm like, what happens next? What happens next?
Like, I've been hearing from people that she's been coming out with the most crazy stuff that's like obviously untrue.
It's pretty mad. Doman says Amber is crazy.
Yeah. Well, I've been looking through this Amber Heard is a psychopath hashtag on Twitter. You can see on my screen.
Amber's a liar. Justice for Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard. Amber Heard is a psychopath. Yeah.
Yeah, I've not yet seen a single person stand up for her. Not one person yet stood up for her.
I did see the Independent brought out an article that basically said we really need to stop memeing Amber Heard, and like it must have not even went down well with their own.
Stop being such a meme.
Because they changed the headline. Like they must have got ratioed for it.
Yeah.
Okay, so most of my chat hasn't actually been keeping up with it, so that's probably good because you're in for some entertainment.
So, so I'm not going to be the only one that's like, what the fuck?
Nope.
Student of History says Johnny Boy did a funny, and the ex-ho if sane is the representation of molding but contained. Yeah, that seems like a fairly accurate summation from what I've heard.
So the thing is with my clips, they might be out of order, they might be a bit disjointed, because like I've just had to go and sort of pull out highlights. Otherwise, we're gonna be sat here for like 30 hours just scrolling through it.
Yeah. Like, we were originally just going to cover like her testimony until we realized it was like 7 or 8 hours each day. I was like, no, I'm not doing this 7 or 8 hour day podcast. So yeah, we've tried to find some stuff. Media's trying to simp for her harder than chat's been simping for King George.
Yeah.
Isn't that true?
Yeah, I think so. Because one of the videos that I've got up, in fact, I'll just get this one up now. Well, no, two of the videos is from CBS, so I'm sure this is totally unbiased and, you know, they're going to give fair coverage. They've been cherry picking Johnny's must see moments and Amber's must see moments.
Oh,
and
God.
I'm assuming they're going to, you know, say things where he's done something a bit bonkers and times where she's like a complete victim.
Yeah, okay.
I guarantee that they haven't put in the clip. I'm going to call it now. I guarantee they haven't put in the clip where she admits to punching him in the face.
No,
oh, look. Yeah. Speak of King George. Come here.
Oh, we've got a kitty.
So, which will we start with, Johnny or Amber?
Let's start with Johnny, because we're going to end up focusing on Amber later, I think.
All right.
You dipped your finger in paint after suffering an injury.
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes, that was after after writing on the walls, the blood had kind of dried, as it were, and so I stuck my finger into a can of paint and also, excuse me, mineral spirits to put my verbal messages onto the wall.
You'd agree with me that there was quite a bit of damage to the house in Australia after this incident, correct?
There was...
See, I would have loved to have heard his context of that last one. It's like, okay, so he apparently did put his injured finger in paint, which is something that she's alleged that he did as well. But it would be...
right, because she was saying he was drawn with blood, right?
Yeah. Like all over the walls. Like he cut his finger himself. And she was just nowhere to be seen when he did that. And then he'd like written all over everything in blood. And then he ran out of blood and was just like, I'll just use the paint instead with the same finger. So that's her version of events. So it would be really nice if CBS had put his context in there.
I'm telling you, mate, he should have done it on a canvas. Like people would be paying for this after he dies. He's gonna be like Da Vinci cutting off his ear. It's gonna be Johnny Depp with his finger cut off. He should have just done it on a canvas.
Well,
instead of a wall. It'd be worth millions.
Sure.
There was quite a bit of damage to the house during the entire incident. Yes.
And you don't remember the television breaking, do you?
I remember there was I believe there was a coffee cup stuck into the screen, or a plate or something like that.
It's you could have also defaced a painting by drawing a penis on it, didn't you?
I've never. I don't know about that. I don't remember drawing a penis on a painting.
Given the state you were in, it's entirely possible that you did that, even if you don't remember it to this day, correct?
Drawing a penis on a painting was not the first thing on my mind. I had messages to write, reminders.
You test.
Wait, so he's like, well, if you don't remember drawing it, you could have drawn it anyway. Yeah, okay, but then anyone could have drawn it if he doesn't remember drawing it, surely.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, but it's just as likely that she drew it if I don't remember doing it.
Right, hold on a second. I think I've got some audio problem.
Okay, what have you done?
Oh God, yeah.
Oh, Boomer Ape is at it already. Oh. So what was the context? Well, I would like to
yeah,
know.
the
Actually, we might have to go back and find his testimony on that, because it'd be nice to know what his context of the finger painting was. George, really? Really? That's what you're gonna say?
Give me a second. I'll try and
Yeah,
figure out
student
what
of
this.
history said your stream was sounding like TV static.
Yeah, the audio channel coming from.
Oh no. The cat is back. Yep, the cat didn't leave. He's here, just off the camera. If you can see it, tell what he is. As long as he's not unplugging the PC, he can stay.
Yeah, the static should be gone, but also so should
Hi, Black.
Discordia's audio.
No.
No.
How could you? Be cancelled. Student of history says, can a multi-millionaire act to not finger paint in his own home? No, apparently not. Apparently his missus got offended. Luke John said, I'd rather someone paint my walls than punch me in the face. Well, yeah, and she did admit to punching him in the face. Like, she actually does admit to it in the trial. She's like, yeah, well, this is the first time I had landed a punch on him, and it's like, it's quite the admission. Have you fixed the audio now?
It seems to be better now.
Yay.
All right. Let me know if you're still hearing it, and yeah.
All right.
Weird. Okay, let's go.
Testified that you wrote on the mirror, and I don't remember exactly what you said, but you essentially said that you wrote things about your past with Miss Heard, or grievances that you had with her, correct?
Reminders, yes.
Hang on, got a super chat. Black 1917 says, hi Ape, how disco? So that's you look like House Kitty. You literally just missed Kitty. Like, if you rewind back about 2 or 3 minutes, you'll see George basically sitting here.
Some mix of paint or blood, starring.
Wait. Some mix of paint or blood. Where's the blood? Like, that's...
Yeah, well...
That's black
It kind of looks a little bit red, but yeah, it's mainly...
Like, where... I wouldn't look at that and say, oh my god, that's covered in blood.
No, exactly.
I mean, it's weird.
Yeah, for sure.
It's weird. Normal people don't do that. What's it say?
Cool.
What's it
Thanks,
say?
Pangry.
I don't even know what it says.
Slag bent. I don't know.
Slag bent. I'm not sure that is that
SLA
slapper.
something.
Slapper, maybe. I'm not sure. I mean, it's weird, but it's. I don't think it looks like there's a lot of blood, if there's any blood at all. And given how bad you said the finger was, I would expect there to be a lot of blood.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know what he did to his finger, but like, I saw the picture. Like, Disco doesn't want to look at it, but I saw the picture, and it's like there's literally like half of the tip of his finger is missing, and it looks like a zombie has just come along and chomped it off. It's not even like it's not even bloody. It's just missing. It's like what did he do to his finger?
I don't know. I don't want to see it. I'm sure it's available online for People like Ape who want to see it.
Yeah. I won't show you.
Okay,
if you don't want to see.
Depp allegedly wrote starring Billy Bob and Easy
Starring
Amber.
Billy Bob.
Starring starring. Maybe the top of the T is like.
I can kind of see it, yeah.
Billy, Bob, maybe.
Is this because she was sleeping with Billy Bob Thornton?
No idea. Carrie says,
I think so. I
I've now
think that
seen
was
the
one of
face
her
of
exes.
Arch and Disco. Soon I will see the true visage of all members of the Big Green Bunch. Maybe. I don't know. You'll have to ask Kyle really nicely. Yeah, I don't know who is Billy Bob.
I think it's Billy Bob Thornton.
I don't know who that is.
You don't know? Yes, you do.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
You must know this guy. He's.
No.
You ever seen Fargo?
Right, hang on. Billy Bob Thornton.
Yeah,
No.
this guy.
No idea.
You've never seen this guy before?
Don't think so. What?
Jesus. You need to watch more movies.
Maybe. I play a lot of games. I don't watch a lot of movies. Yeah, I don't know. And I've lost what goddamn page we were on. That one. Right. So, what, he thought that she was having an affair with him, or?
Let's see. Billy Bob Thornton denies Johnny Depp claims that he something
That he's something. Well,
from The
that's-
Sun. Oh, this would be good.
Oh. Oh, hang on. Chloe's tip.
All right. So
$3.
apparently
Hang
Johnny
on.
thinks that they had sex. Johnny accused him of having sex, but then he said no, they didn't.
Yeah. Okay.
Go away.
Johnny D should have known better. When you get the pussy, you need to put out the cat litter, or they will poo in your bed. We'll get to that later.
That's a brilliant comment.
That's great, Chloe.
Billy Bob and Easy Amber. This is a picture of a lampshade that you wrote on after you sustained a finger injury on March 8th, 2015, correct?
That's correct.
On this lampshade, which appears to be sitting on the ground, you write some mixture of blood or paint, good luck, and be careful at top.
Yes, correct.
Correct?
Yes. I thought it was good advice.
I thought it was good advice.
Yeah, it's good advice. If you're at the top of something,
mean-
don't fall off. You know.
Be careful at the top. I mean, it's weird. Again, people don't normally.
Yeah,
just
but again,
write
it's all
on the
black as well. Where's
lampshades.
the blood?
Yeah, where's
There's
the
no
blood? Like, if the injury's as bad as you said it was, I'd expect there to be blood everywhere. Like, it would
Yeah,
be on
yeah.
everything. But there's no blood on that. And it's not really a threat.
Yeah.
I don't know. That it's just weird. But again, like CBS will take just the worst out of context stuff, I think, for him.
Yeah, of course.
And
yeah.
then the most kind of victim statements as it can from her.
So this is all supposed to be making him look bad.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Right.
She would rather not hear. By the way, because I'm louder.
Okay, what
By the way, my family, my friends,
you're
everyone
screaming.
around me saw all the bruises and broken blood vessel under my eye, the bruises on my head, the missing chunks of hair, the split lip, the black eye, the swollen nose, all that. Because you're stronger. It does not mean because they heard me that I'm somehow more responsible. It just means they heard me because I yell in a fight. You do provoke. I yell. It doesn't mean I'm more responsible or badder.
I'm not sure how that necessarily makes him look any worse.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, people heard me and you provoke me.
Yeah, you provoke, yeah.
That's, I mean, that actually sounds quite abusive. You provoked me.
Yeah, that's
You
like the
pushed
typical
me
abusive.
to hit you.
It's like the typical abuser thing, right? You made
Yeah.
me do it.
You made me.
Like-
Look what you made me do.
After receiving kind of a roundhouse punch from Miss Hurd, the door was still.
A roundhouse punch,
A
jeez.
roundhouse punch.
I'm guessing that's like
Yeah,
she went like
must have been
this.
like
or...
this or something.
Yeah.
Does Amber speak English? These people are crazy. Yeah, I think they're both a bit nutty.
Yeah, I mean for certain, I think they're both a little bit crazy.
Oh yeah.
Pretty well about that much open, and when I knelt down on my hands and knees to look at her foot to see the injury, she kicked the bathroom door into my head. Yeah, she kicked the bathroom door into my head, and I was completely taken aback by such a corrosive, horrific move. Yes, sir.
Were you aware that as of October 25th, 2018, about 2 months before this op-ed was published, that it was being reported, as it is in this article, that Johnny Depp is out as Jack Sparrow in Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean film franchise as actor battles financial issues and personal dramas? Were you aware of that?
I wasn't aware of that, but it doesn't surprise me given that 2 years had gone by of just constant worldwide talk about me being this wife beater.
Understood, but
so I'm sure that Disney was trying to cut ties to be safe. The Me Too movement was in full swing at that point.
This morning? I don't think so.
So they're trying to say that, oh, it couldn't have been that she said he was a wife beater because they were gonna fire him before she published the op-ed when she was just saying that he was a wife beater.
Yeah, when everybody knew about it. Like everybody knew about this.
Yeah, because I've seen videos of her where she's like, I guess she's trying to head the Me Too movement, and she's talking about abuse and stuff.
So you mean the op-ed, the one she's been sued for now?
I think so.
Right.
But I
Yeah,
guess
of course.
she had been talking about
all
it
this stuff
before
came out
that.
years ago.
Yeah.
This is why I didn't really pay much attention to it, because I heard all of the stuff back when he was suing the Sun, and I was like, okay, I've already heard everything. But apparently not. Apparently this is, it gets a lot better.
Yeah, because this time she has to actually get involved in it because he's suing her directly. The last time the Sun only had to prove that it was possible.
Yeah.
Which is stupid because everybody ran with it after that. Like, see, he's been found guilty, and it's like, no, the Sun managed to prove that it was possible, and therefore they weren't libeling.
And they wouldn't let him, like, I don't know if this is true, but I heard that they wouldn't let him submit that tape as evidence. The tape of her admitting she was, like, hitting him, right?
I don't know, because we'd heard that tape before, so it must have been.
Yeah, but it wasn't allowed to be used as evidence in the trial, apparently.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Maybe the chat will know. Ooh, video.
No, that's the thing.
You want to see crazy? I'll give you crazy. That's crazy. Oh, you're crazy. Oh, you're crazy.
Have you drunk this whole thing this morning?
Oh, you got this. You got this going?
Just started it.
Oh, really? Really?
This is at your house in West Hollywood.
So he went after the camera there.
Hmm. Yeah, but first of all, if you're having to like record each other, that's
Yeah, I think
already
at that
really
point
unhealthy.
it's already over. Like,
Yeah,
why
if you're
are you
having to
still
record your
recording each
face.
other?
Yeah.
Like, at that point, it just kind of seems like, why are you recording? Like, either you're trying to trap them into
Yeah, 'cause
doing
you wanna
something that you
fuck 'em
can make
over.
them look bad, or you're
Exactly.
looking to do something like this.
Hmm. Yeah, it's to use against them in future. It's like when just get out of the relationship. If you don't want to be there, just get out. Like,
So I don't.
yeah, I mean,
And then it looked like almost like she was trying to then, okay, what'll piss him off? Like, I
Yeah,
set the camera
yeah.
out, what'll piss him off? It does look like he goes for the. It's difficult to tell because you can't really see what's going on with the angle she's got, but it looks like he goes for the camera. He doesn't go for her.
I mean, definitely goes with the camera because the camera moves quite a bit. It's like,
Yeah.
she lays it down,
Like,
right?
what the
So
fuck
the
is
camera definitely
this?
moves. Yeah, well,
On Sweetser Avenue, correct?
That's correct, sir.
And that's you in the video, Mr. Depp, right?
That's correct, sir.
And you would agree that you were violent in that clip, correct?
Clearly I was having a bad time. I don't
Clearly.
I don't know what it was with regard to completely at this point, since I don't know the date, but being illegally recorded by your chosen other is well, it's quite fitting with the rest of the photographs and tape recordings she made. So I thought what was most interesting is that she tried to hide it from me, and then that she laughed and smiled at the end. I thought that was the most interesting part.
The face. What's that face?
it's like a little girl pout. Jesus Christ.
But so yes,
You didn't
I
react.
did assault a couple of cabinets, but I did not touch Miss Heard.
And
As you can see,
He
I
did assault a couple of cabinets.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, this is another thing I heard as well, that like she was like copying what he was wearing or something like this. Like she turned up every day and she was wearing whatever he was wearing the day before.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of that, but a lot of it was like suits and stuff. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it could have been coincidental. What I found kind of interesting was the psychologist, and the next day she basically had like the same hairstyle as the psychologist had had the day before.
Really?
Mm.
Wow, okay.
So that was kind of interesting because the day before the psychologist had said, like, you know, she's got borderline and histrionic, and one of the things that they had said was like she copies people and stuff like that, or they copy people. And then the
Yeah.
next day she had almost the same hairstyle as the psychologist. Like where she'd had like
That's
the
crazy.
loose hair and stuff.
Did you see the oh my god, the GB News segment? I think they covered it on the Lotus Eaters, like a little bit. But it was just this woman going off. It was like they'd invited, for some reason, this is GB News, and they're inviting like this feminist woman on to just harp about some feminist stuff. And it's like, I can't believe a professional would call somebody histrionic. I don't think I can't believe we use that word anymore.
Yeah,
It's like,
I've heard
I think this
people
woman's
making that
confusing
argument.
the word hysterical with the word histrionic. Like,
Well, apparently
they're
it's
not
a
the-
somewhat controversial diagnosis, but it is in the like official diagnostic manual. Like it's not
Yeah, it's one
something
of
that
the-
she's just made up.
It's one of the 12 personality disorders, histrionic, and it's close to borderline. That's why
Yeah.
like one person can like show symptoms of both. But histrionic means somebody who needs to put themselves constantly at the center of attention. It doesn't mean hysterical. It's a completely different word.
Do you know what? I might have seen the same person having written an article or something because there was someone making the exact same arguments, and they were like, hysterical is an old sexist term, and it's like, yeah, but
I was like, what are they talking about? And I was like, wait a minute, does she mean hysterical? I think she means hysterical. I think you've completely just mixed up this word.
Yeah.
God.
Hang on, Chloe's tip $5. We all know there is child exploitation in Hollywood, but none of it gets brought up. Usually the stuff that does get picked up in Hollywood is frivolous and unprovable gossip, hit pieces or promotion. Any serious news is hidden or barely talked about. Yeah, it's true. And
you have live coverage, complete live coverage of this, but you can't show the Ghislaine Maxwell one,
exactly,
which is the one everyone wants to see.
Yeah, that's something serious. It's tied with a lot of kind of Hollywood stuff, and no, that you can't have that. But here's a spectacle for you, and don't get me wrong, like, this is massively entertaining, but I would really, really like to know what went on with Epstein and his island.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and this is just two celebrities arguing with each other.
Well, that's why I've called it celebrity blood sports, because it is. It's just two really fucking rich people who should have sorted this out in their own time.
Yeah.
It's like, when you realize that the relationship was this toxic, you should have walked in opposite directions.
Yeah, exactly.
Hello, Oscar. Are you gonna come up? No, he's not. He's just gonna stare at me.
And you may have been drunk in that video, correct?
There's a possibility of that, yes, sir.
You poured yourself a mega pint of red wine, correct?
A mega pint.
To be fair, that was a big glass of red wine.
Mega pint. He's like, you can just see me like, I like that term.
A mega pint. What was a mega pint?
A mega pint. I mean, a pint is it's a measurement, isn't it? So, like, what's a mega pint? How much is a mega pint? It must be a measurable amount. Now, Black 1917 says, Amber follows the narcissist mantra. It didn't happen. If it did, I didn't do it. And if I did do it, it wasn't my fault. If it was my fault, you made me do it. Yeah. Yeah. You can't argue with that.
Sorry, I think I had some audio problems again.
No.
Hey, Atlas Ascending. Sorry. How are you doing? Okay, keep going.
I poured myself a large glass of wine.
Right.
I thought it necessary.
Right.
I thought it necessary.
Not saying there is, but you were asking for more cocaine.
Got another super chat. Glory's to $1. You know this is all fake, and they are both paid actors. But Tish, do you know what? I thought I recognized them both.
Sure, yeah, he looks like that drunken pirate guy.
He does. He looks just like that drunken pirate.
He is a drug addict. I saw him in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. He was doing lots of drugs.
Yes. There you go, Black. Another kitty cat.
Cocaine, and you were asking for more ecstasy, correct?
No.
I wasn't asking for more ecstasy. I was asking for ecstasy because that was what was requested by Miss Heard.
And
I wasn't asking for more. I got the first lot yet.
I had my mega pint.
Didn't ask for more. I was to wait for the first lot I asked for.
Depp detailed taking drugs with Marilyn Manson. Like, everybody knows that Johnny Depp does drugs. Everybody knows. This is the worst kept secret.
Yeah, like, I guess what they're trying to do
just
is
be like, oh, he does drugs and drinks a lot. Like, yeah, we know he's Johnny Depp. He literally just plays himself in movies. He's always like a drug dealer or.
I mean, he's rich for playing himself in movies, but
yeah.
like, they're just, I guess they're trying to make out that because he likes to drink and because he likes to take drugs, that basically means
Then he
that
must
he's
be a wife
a
beater as
wife
well,
beater.
yeah.
Like, that these are basically the same thing. Instead of just proving that he's a wife beater, they have to be like, yeah, but he drinks a lot. Okay,
Yeah, it's just character defamation, right? So they just want to make him look like a piece of shit, so that, yeah, well.
One of your good friends that you've taken drugs with before is Marilyn Manson, right?
Yes, we've taken, we've drank together. We've had cocaine together maybe a couple of times.
Pills, right? With Marilyn Manson?
I once gave Marilyn Manson a pill so that he would stop talking.
So they would stop talking so much. Shut the fuck up, man. Here, take this. So calm me down. Go to sleep.
He was getting on my nerves, so I handed him a pill and was like, here, take this, buddy. Shh. That's great.
Brilliant.
That's correct. And the night before that you were due to meet up to take this plane flight, you and Miss Heard had a heated discussion on the phone about scenes that she was doing in a movie with James Franco, right?
I don't recall what the argument was about. There are many to...
Let's go to page 290. If you go to the second paragraph, or the kind of the fourth line down.
Wait, what was the point of that last one? Where they're like,
if you go,
do you remember that you and her had an argument about this film? And he's like, no, I don't. And apparently that's a key highlight.
Yeah, that's... Well, I'm guessing, is it Depp's taxes to actor Paul?
Oh, no, it was this.
Was that like
this
an entire highlight?
No,
That was
yeah.
nothing.
It was doing yeah. Oh, crap. You and Miss Heard had a heated discussion on the phone about scenes that she was doing in a movie with James Franco. I don't recall what the argument was about. There are a lot of, or there are many, he said. That was the whole highlight. Like, you had an argument with her on this date, and he's like, I really don't remember. Okay?
Or many to...
Yeah.
let's go to page.
Oh, hang on. Glowy, it doesn't fit on the screen. Hang on. Glowy tip $1. What person in California doesn't do drugs? You can't go 2 meters without seeing a used needle. If he just did drugs in Hollywood, he would probably not the worst. Also, is it me, or did his role as a pirate become his life?
Yeah, exactly, right? It's just, he just plays himself and everything. Like,
Yeah.
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, he was a junkie. Yeah, the pirate, drunken pirate. What other roles has he been in? He's always in like weird cookie roles as well.
I know he played in the remake of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. He was
Yeah,
Wonka
he's
in
also
that.
definitely a stoner. Willy Wonka is definitely a stoner. I don't think anyone can deny this.
There's definitely something in the chocolate.
So apparently Amber Heard claims Johnny Depp hated James Franco and thought they were having an affair. So it seems as if he's quite paranoid about her sleeping around,
maybe.
whether she was or not. Like, she might have been.
Page 290.
Yeah, I think that's what this is. Maybe.
To the second paragraph, or the kind of the fourth line down, you write to Mr. Bettany, missing you and yours, and await our dangle on the island. You may have to drink for me. I, of course, pounded and displayed ugly colors to Amber on a recent journey. I am an insane person, and not so fair-headed after too much of the drink. Weed, pills, fine. Booze, my capacity is too large and I won't stop. Ugly and sad, oh, how I love it. Did I read that right?
You did.
She wants to talk to me. She doesn't know what to do. Loves you, but doesn't know always what to do. She's worried about it all. And you write to her, it was not pleasant today. I wasn't aware she had another tomorrow. That's really why she left. I don't need actress and her ambition.
Okay. Who was that to?
No idea. Yeah.
Like, again, I don't even know
Hold
who
on,
this person is.
Thomas Drake. Yeah, the sound is fixed. Let me know if it happens again, though. I think I know why it's happening. The
'Cause you're
the
women?
software I'm using to reroute the audio is asking me for money, so I think it's inserting static when I don't pay them.
I
So I
don't-
just need to restart it.
Oh, I
If
see.
it happens again, let me know and I'll fix it.
Fair enough. Death's
Uh,
tipped. $2.12. The Secret Window. Look it up. The Secret. Is that a film that he's been in?
The Secret Window. Yeah, I remember that. I can't remember what happens though. I just remember something weird happens in a house on a lake.
That's helpful.
But he always, I mean, he's mainly known for doing like Tim Burton stuff, right? And all the Tim Burton stuff is like really kind of wacky and weird.
Well,
and
yeah.
yeah.
He is good at playing the kind of weird characters. And probably characters he would say are kind of high.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, like, yeah, Willy Wonka. Willy Wonka is definitely a stoner. You'll never persuade me otherwise.
I don't know that he's a stoner, but he's definitely putting something in that chocolate.
Yeah, exactly. There's something in that chocolate. I'm not sure if you should give it to kids.
Because I don't know if you've seen the original one, but the original one's even weirder.
Yeah, I haven't seen the new one actually. I only know the original one.
I think the new one it's more true to the book, but it's not as weird as the original one.
Yeah, okay. Yes, this is the one we want.
Here's the one. Okay.
Amber Heard left fecal matter in the bed. I
Go.
heard so much about this.
Amber Turd and me poo.
Amber Turd and me poo.
Okay, are we ready for this?
Oh yeah, okay, let's go.
I had received some news that was
Just his face. He's like, how am I gonna word this? How am I gonna say this?
So, yes, Your Honor, she took a shit in my bed.
That's a man he's really not sure how he's going to word this.
Yeah. Yep.
as absurd and grotesque and cruel. And then I was shown a picture of what the problem was. It was a photograph of the bed, our bed, and on my side of the bed was human fecal matter. I might have used that word.
Oh, they cut it short. TBS is like, next.
Keep that one short. That one makes Amber look bad.
Next.
Yeah, next. Yeah, that technically happened.
But like,
we have to talk about it.
that is like, you can just see him. Like, how do I communicate this to
Like, just
other
say it.
people?
Just say she took a shit in the bed. That's we all know what happened.
Like, again, they cut it short and they kind of cut bits of it out. But in the original clip, he's like, they showed me, my friend or whoever it was that had the picture showed him the phone, and he's like, yeah, they showed me this picture on the phone, and her lawyer's like, hearsay, objection. And they're like, it's a picture. Carry on, Mr. Depp.
This is the other thing I saw as well, was like apparently her lawyer was just shouting hearsay to everything, like everything.
Oh, I'm gonna have to find the silly compilations again because those are great. I think.
And at one point, the absolute idiot objected to his own question.
He did. He did. I'm gonna have to find that because it's absolutely fantastic.
Right, and in 2012, in fact, Elton John was one of your friends who was trying to help you get sober, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you sent him a message in 2012 where you thanked him for his help, and you said, quote, "I would have been swallowed up by the monster were it not for you. That is a simple fact." Isn't
Yes.
that true?
Yes. Again, the monster referring to alcohol and substances.
Correct.
Okay. So
These
he was trying to get
they're
away
clearly
from
they're
addiction.
clearly trying to make him look bad, because those were definitely not the highlights of his. I saw some of like the stuff that came out of his testimony, and that was definitely not the highlights of it. Yeah, they're trying to make him look bad and focusing on like his drug problems and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. While objecting to everything that might look her bad. Student of history, in his defense, how would you word this? Probably, oh no, I'm not having a go at him. I'm just like that. You know, you can just see him being like, how the fuck do I communicate something this bizarre?
I literally, I would have just said, she took a shit in my bed. She took a shit. The crazy bitch took a shit in my bed. Your Honor, this bitch is off her fucking rocker. She's mental. Get her away from me. I'm scared. I'm scared to upset her because I'm worried about where I'm going to find a shit next. Just say it.
Well, there we go. That's how I would have said it. Right.
You could have really, you could have just really layered it on, you know? Just
right, so let's go
really layered it on.
Okay, so this is CBS's top Amber moments. Now I feel like we
All
should
right,
get sad violin music out for this one.
Before you do this, talk to the chat real quick. I need to go grab another beer.
Oh, okay. You see, you should have did what I did and just bring another one with you. Goodness sake. History of history. Smear merchants are either losing their touch or that was the weakest smear clip compilation ever. Like, I mean, I'm not saying for sure that's what they were trying to do, but I think we'll see in the comparison here. Like, hers are probably all gonna be like all the nasty things he did to her. You can even see like on the thumbnail they've got warning, this video contains graphic imagery and language. It's like, yeah, it's gonna be all the stories she's told where he's like assaulting her and blah blah blah. Just go on chat saying G. I'm always on chat saying G.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back. Alright, are you ready?
Yes,
We
let's
might
go.
need some sad violin music. I was just saying to the chat, like, this one comes with a trigger warning.
Right.
So, you know, we know that it's gonna
The
be...
video contains graphic imagery and language. Oh.
So it's not gonna be geared towards the silly things that she said, like it was with him, where he might have said something bizarre or silly something. This is all gonna be like, he did all these horrible things to me.
Yeah. I can't wait to see the fake tears.
But I think those were added on in post.
Mm. Yeah, I actually found a picture of this. Wait, like, yeah, I found a picture of like the sun is trying to like Photoshop. I think this was last time. I think this is when he was trying to sue the sun, and they kind of like photoshopped her bruises to make them look worse.
Because
And then now they're like adding in tears.
because the images have come up in the
New
trial.
York.
So now people
Yeah.
have got her images that she submitted as evidence, and people are putting them side by side with the son ones, and they're way more pronounced on the son's ones.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so clear that the media is on her side.
Oh yeah. Right, let's see what CBS think are the shocking moments from her testimony.
Okay.
Of the bedroom of the we were in the bedroom this whole time, but up against the wall of the cabin, and slams me up by my neck and holds me there for a second and tells me that he could kill me. And that was an embarrassment. I was embarrassing. It was embarrassment. This whole thing was a joke. It was all embarrassment. I made him feel sick. And I'll never forget. I'm very, very, very much in love with this whole family now. And he's saying I'm embarrassing to him. And that somehow stuck in me more than the I could kill you. It just sounded like hyperbole. It sounded like something he was just saying, but the names that he was calling me.
Like, she's saying, like, he's got her against the wall like this. Like, slammed her against the wall. But what she's concerned most about is that he's saying she's an embarrassment. Like,
yeah.
Would you not be like, you had me against the wall, like, I was choking,
Yeah, I'd be
I couldn't
panicking
breathe,
that somebody
like,
had me against the wall.
I thought I was gonna die. Like, no, the thing that she's concerned about is he hurt her ego. He said,
Yeah, he called her names.
Oh, you know, I was in love with his family and blah blah blah. And no, if somebody's got you against the wall trying to strangle you, I mean, I would think that the thing that's gonna stick in your mind is, I can't breathe.
Yeah, you'd be like trying to kick somebody off you or something.
I don't know, like.
Yeah, you'd be much more worried about the physical stuff than, oh, he said something mean to me.
He said something mean while he was strangling me.
Yeah, I'd be more worried about the strangling than the names. Call me whatever you want. Keep your fucking hands off me.
Which says a lot about her. That
Mhm.
the ego. I mean, assuming that he did have her against the wall, like, which.
Yeah. Like, even if that is true.
Even if that's true, like, why would the thing you would be go on and on and on about is that he calls you an embarrassment? I don't know.
Crap. I think we do this.
That baffles me. Because if somebody had me against the wall by my throat, it wouldn't matter what the fuck they were saying to me.
Yeah.
Like, the thing that would stick in my mind was that they had their hands around my neck.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, I think my audio's gone weird again.
Oh my god. Are you
All
not
right,
just
okay.
recording straight through OBS?
Back now. No, it's the audio that picks up you.
OBS should pick me up.
Right, it's okay. It's fixed now.
Okay.
And Old King Cole, wait a tick. Based Ape is a human? I've been lied to. I was expecting a gorilla Groot type figure.
Oh no, you.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, man. Yeah, I'm mostly human.
Not actually a monkey.
No.
We'll have to get you
Would
like
you-
one of the. You know how V's just got his little like VTuber troll avatar thing? We're gonna have to get you rigged an animated monkey.
Well, I need it. Didn't the guys from the Gorillas do this? Like, whenever they appeared, they would appear as their characters, and it would somehow like.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but what I'm thinking of is V's like animated troll avatar VTuber thing. We could definitely do a monkey one.
But yeah, sorry, I'm a more evolved ape. Not quite human, but not quite ape. Somewhere in between.
You've shattered their illusions. Alright, let's see what else she remembers from being strangled. I bet she doesn't bring up the fact that his hands are around her neck again.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, just another damn Scotsman.
I just don't get it.
Well, kind of just pushing me up against the wall by my neck, you know. It hurt my feelings. It hurt. Whitney,
Hurt my feelings.
Yeah, hurt my face. He pushed me up against the wall he pushed me up against the wall with my neck, and it hurt my feelings. Right. Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay. Sure. What else
Sister.
you got to say?
all of a sudden put herself in between Johnny and I.
I haven't seen the sister testify yet. Because
Is that to come up, or is
well,
that?
apparently the sister was involved in some of these physical fights. So, but I don't know if the sister's been called to testify or if she's just she just exists in the stories.
She just threw herself like in the line of fire or whatever. She just all of a sudden was there and was trying to get Johnny to stop. Her back was to the staircase, and Johnny swings at her, and I just see my little sister with her back her back to the staircase, and Johnny swings at her, and I don't even wait for any other, I don't hesitate, I don't wait, I just in my head instantly think of Kate Moss and the stairs, and I swung at him. In all of my relationship to date with Johnny, I hadn't landed a blow. And I, for the first time, hit him. Like, actually hit him. Square in the face.
Well,
Well, they actually did show it. Although I will say that they gave a hell of a lot more of the context in that than they did with any of his.
yeah, definitely.
I only did it.
Well, at least she actually admitted that she's hitting them, so that's means they can, yeah. It means they don't have to rely on the evidence of her.
No, I mean she's
saying
admitted to hitting him.
The recording.
Do a cavity search? He said he was looking for his drugs, his cocaine, his coke. I was wondering how somebody who didn't do cocaine and was against it, that was in and of itself causing problems in our relationship. How could I hide? Why would I hide his drugs from, like he was insinuating that I was doing it or something? It made no sense. And he was telling me we're gonna conduct a cavity search, shall we?
Psycho does this, does that mean she missed a lot?
We're going to conduct a cavity search. So he thinks that she's like next to his cocaine and stuck it up her pussy.
Apparently, yeah.
Oh God.
That's what she's saying anyway. That she came out the bathroom. He's like, "Where's my cocaine, bitch?" And she's like, "I don't know." And he's like, "Well, I'm gonna go and find it."
Jesus Christ. Old King Cole says, "Cheers, mate. Your video comments are the second best thing about the Lotus Eaters, and I look forward to your uploads on YouTube." Oh, thanks, man. Second best thing about the
Second
Lotus
best
Eaters.
thing.
Let's
What's the
fucking
first
go.
best thing?
I'm guessing Carl. Like that's why everybody's there, right? Yeah.
and
What's the first best thing? Is it Carl or?
the Boomer in Chief?
I better be #1 video commenter. I put a lot of effort in. And yeah, I'll be putting up
I
more
don't know.
videos as
I
well.
like Little Joan. I have to say.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, Little
You know,
John.
I'm not sure that you can beat Little Joan.
Yeah. Damn. I need to be cute like a little dog. I'll get a little dog and put it on the side.
Yes.
Like, just shoved his fingers inside me. I just stood there staring at the stupid light.
Stupid light?
I didn't know what to do. I just stood there. He got next to my ear and he was screaming over and over and over again.
I'm trying to envision this in my... Like it's always weird questioning somebody's sexual assault, because if it happened, that's really fucked up. But like, I'm trying to imagine this in my head. Like, he just stuck his fingers in my, like, don't you have to open your? Can't you just keep your legs closed and he can't get in, or
I don't know.
did he
Like,
force you open, or
like
what?
again, there's not much context in this at all. But
No.
like, I don't know.
Yeah,
It
okay.
sounded-
I mean, I have nothing to say. You can play.
Louder and more desperate. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. Over and over. Hate you. And then pounding the back of my head, pounding it with his fist. And I don't even remember feeling pain. I just could hear myself scream until I couldn't hear myself anymore. I could just hear him say that he was going to kill me. And that he sounded like an animal in pain when he was saying that he hated me. He sounded like he was almost crying, or something in his voice was different. We got in an argument.
See, again, she's more interested in what he's saying.
Yeah.
Like, you know, let's say he's punching her in the back of the head repeatedly. Like, there's no, I was terrified I was gonna die, like, or anything like that. It's like, he said he hated me. I don't know, it's weird, because that's not the thing that I would be concerned about.
Yeah. Especially if somebody's punching you in the back of the head. That's quite dangerous to punch somebody in the back of the head. I mean, if you're punching the skull, you won't feel anything. But if you punch, like, the upper neck, you can fuck someone up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing that she remembers is that he said he hated her.
Yeah. She just seemed to be mainly focused on, like, he said he's going to kill me, and he said he hates me, and
He said I'm an embarrassment. It's like, if you're in these what sound like life or death situations, you know, somebody with their hands around your neck, somebody punching you full force in the back of the head, like, at that point, I don't think you really care that they dislike you or that they think you're embarrassing. Like, you would be like, oh God, I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
How do I get out of this? How am I gonna get away?
Yeah, you'd be like, yeah.
You know, you would be in a kind of survival mode at that point. Like, how the fuck do I get away from this?
Yeah, I'm thinking about it when she was talking about being strangled. Like, you would be in survival mode. You would be trying to, like, kick him off or something, you know?
You know, if she
I
was
don't know.
sitting there, like, you know, at that point, I kicked him in the face to get him off me. Like, and I don't think anyone would have been like, yeah, that's unreasonable.
Yeah. Student of History says, back of the head punches can snap the brainstem. That's why it's illegal in boxing. Yeah. I remember there was a really messed up film that came out a few years ago, like a decade ago, called Donkey Punch, where, like, a bunch of, like, frat kids tried to, like, donkey punch their girlfriends and ended up killing them all, and then they had to dispose of the bodies. It was really weird. But yeah, if you punch somebody in the back of the neck, it can snap the brainstem, apparently.
Wow.
And Old King Cole says the first best thing is Carl and Callum going back and forward. Funny thing is, Tony D is not far from where I was born. Oh, cool. So I love his ghostly tales.
So,
He's just behind you, in my opinion. That's goddamn right. Number one video commenter.
so basically, you're just walking around being like, that place is haunted. That place is haunted.
Yeah. Is there anywhere there that's not haunted? This is. Is there anywhere? Is this for some reason in that confined space? What is it, New Jersey? In New Jersey, there's just ghosts everywhere.
Yeah, Andrew Jackson says, as someone who has been hit on the back of the head, she would pass out unless she was on coke. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember ever being punched in the back of the head, but, like, you can kind of punch it yourself. It does mess your brain up a little bit. Like, you can feel it, like, inside your brain.
And again, you I mean, at least I don't think you would be overly concerned with what they were saying at that point.
Yeah, it's weird that she's focusing on what he's saying. Anyway, let's keep going.
And I said, I don't remember what I said to him, but I said something snotty to him that provoked him. It provoked him. And when I walked into the hallway, he grabbed me by the arm and slammed me up against the hallway wall, and I kind of struggled with him and tried to push him off of me, and I managed to get out of his grasp enough to take a few steps, and I kind of curved around and went into the closet. And by the time I made it into the closet, he had me by the hair, and what felt like he was just wailing on me, but in a really sloppy way, like hitting the back of my head, and kind of wrestled me down to the floor. I mean, it felt to me like I didn't even have a fair shot, because I wasn't facing him or looking at him. I was walking away from him. Or else, you know, I would have at this point even I would have tried to defend myself more, but I didn't. I kind of felt like it didn't see it coming, and because I'm not answering.
One's a bit more like her thought process was trying to defend herself.
Yeah. Yeah, she is thinking about self-defense there rather than, he said I had a poo-poo head.
Yeah, he was smashing my head against the wall, but he said it was embarrassing.
Yeah.
He said he called me a name. So I'm going to detail exactly what he said. It's like we're actually interested in the physical violence here more than, you know, the 10 minutes of what he said.
During him, I was looking out of the window, and he slaps my face. And his friend is in our proximity. And it didn't hurt my face. It just felt embarrassed that he would do that to me in front of people. It was the first time that anything like that had happened in front of somebody, and I feel this.
And so the friend's gonna testify?
Yeah, exactly. Now we have a witness, right?
Hell, if it was on a plane, I'm surprised they didn't get dragged off, because normally airlines will not.
I'm assuming he flies private.
Maybe. But, like, often they will not tolerate that stuff at all.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's like his private plane or something.
Maybe.
But there still should be more people on it, right? There should be
where's
like
the people
cabin
who
crew
run
and
the
stuff.
plane who can testify to this hit?
Yeah.
Boot in my back. It just kicked me in the back. I fell to the floor. I caught myself on the floor, and I just felt like I was looking at the floor of the plane felt like a long time. And
Again, there would be witnesses to this, because
Yeah,
she's talking about it being on a plane. So where's the witnesses? Like, why were the police not called? There were people witnessed an assault.
And he just kicked her in the back for no reason, just as she was walking past.
Yes, just kicked her in the back,
Alright, you.
onto the floor, and nobody on the plane noticed.
Yeah. I mean, I'm imagining they must have been in a private plane, because otherwise it would be like 50 witnesses, right?
Yeah, but even if they were on a private plane, there would still be witnesses.
Yeah, they'd still have like cabin crew and stuff, and I mean, she said there was a friend there, right? So you have at least one witness.
Yeah, and
Let's hear about it.
there would probably be, you know, some people running the flight.
Yeah, the student of history said he Spartan kicked you in the middle of a plane. This is my plane.
Well, yeah, that's true, Sleeping Giant. Although, you know, often in cases where somebody's attacking you, your first thought is just to get away from them. And then once you've got away from them and the adrenaline rush is gone, actually the thoughts of calling the police, they kind of go to the back of your head because you're just so glad that you managed to get away from that situation.
Yeah.
But, you know, somebody else should have been like, okay, I've just witnessed an assault here, like, I'll phone the police, or have said to her, like, you really should report this.
Or just be called to testify. I mean, they're in court right now settling this. Like, that's how you get your justice.
To myself, I don't know what to do. I can't believe he just kicked me. No one said anything. No one did anything. It was.
So there was people there. No one said anything.
Yeah.
No one did anything.
Nobody did anything.
Hello, fuzzy beard. Or fuzzy butt.
Like you could hear a pin drop on that plane. It was this other thing.
Right, so no witness thought it was unusual or weird, or thought, oh, maybe I should do anything. Maybe I should come and testify at this court case.
Yeah. She said, like, the way she said it made it sound like there were multiple witnesses. Like, there must have been like 10 people there or something.
Nobody
And nobody did anything.
And no one told him. No one was honest with him. No one, you know,
All right,
he'd
okay, this is
pass
it.
out.
I want to see if there's tears.
Okay. You want to zoom in?
Zoom right in.
Enhance.
In his own vomit.
All right, chat. We're gonna play Spot the Tear.
Yeah.
He'd lose
If you can
control
spot
of
it,
his
you might win a million
body,
times.
his, you know, he'd lose control, and everyone would clean up after him. I cleaned up after him. I mean, this man lost control of his bowels, and I cleaned up after him. His security cleaned up after him, changed his pants in front of me. He would pass out in his own sick. You know, and then he'd walk around saying he didn't have a problem. Until he did. Until he couldn't support it anymore, and he'd get clean, and he'd get sober, and then he was this thing again. This thing that made me feel so loved. I had thrown Johnny slapped me. I walked away from him, and that made it worse. We got into like a shouting match. And he kind of did this thing with his body where I could tell he was going to hit me again. I picked up I remember it kind of like a little pot, not a pot, but like a vase. And I remember I got away from him enough as he reels back. I threw it in his direction, and I actually managed to get away before he got me. He grabbed me by the arm.
Right, so she threw something at him, and then he grabbed her arm. Is that what she's saying?
Reels back. I threw it in his direction, and I actually managed to get away before he got me.
Right, so she's alleging that he was gonna hit her. She picked up a vase and threw it at him, and then he grabbed
me by the arm, and he kind of just held me on the floor, screaming at me. I don't know how many times he hit me in the face, but I remember being on the.
Let's see. There's the picture. He hit her in the face. Then why is her face not raised?
Like, why are you taking a picture of your arm? Let's see your face.
Like, I can fully believe that if she started to throw vases around, that he's been like, oi, like, don't fucking do that.
Yeah.
And he's grabbed it
Yeah,
to
she's
stop
throwing
her
shit
from throwing things. Like, I can fully believe that he would have done that. But she's then saying that he pinned her down by the arm and punched her repeatedly in the face. But you can see her face in the photo.
Yeah.
And she's not bruised.
Like, if you get punched repeatedly in the face, then who cares about a bruise in your arm? Show me your face.
You'd be taking pictures of your face. Like, here's a small black eye, here's my split lip, and bruise down here.
And he kind of just held me on
Yeah,
the
yeah.
floor, screaming at me. I don't know how many times he hit me in the face, but I remember being on the floor in my apartment, and I remember thinking, how could this happen to me again? I went to his office.
Yeah, I have questions about that, because she's like, well, I don't know how many times he hit me in the face. Well, judging by the amount of brazen in your face, probably none.
Yeah, probably 0. Yeah. I mean,
And bear in mind, like,
yeah.
Johnny wears all these big rings as well. So if he's punching her in the face, like, they're going to be tearing her up, because they're not, like, small, smooth rings.
Yeah. And Johnny's not like, he's not like a small guy, is he? He's not like, I imagine he can punch pretty hard.
Hard enough to leave a bruise. Like, if
Yeah.
him grabbing
Unlike
her
the
by the
scaleless
arm when
woman on
she's...
Earth.
Yeah, if him grabbing her by the arm when she's throwing pots around is enough to leave a bruise like that, just from him grabbing her, then him punching her in the face would leave a bruise.
And met with him for a few hours.
And what did you talk about during those few hours?
We talked about books.
I'm sorry, Sleeping Giant. I'll try and put my facts and logic away.
Wait, so according to Google, he's 178 centimeters, which is slightly shorter than me, and
Okay.
he's 7 to 8 kilograms, which is about what I weigh.
Right, okay.
So he's not like a small guy.
No. And I don't think she's a massive woman either.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. No, I just can't see this. I can't see it in my mind. Like, I'm trying to every time she talks about this, I'm trying to like put it in my mind, but it just seems like an unreal situation.
Well, it's the, she's got the phone there, she's taking this big picture of this big bruise on her arm, which, yeah, like, I'd have probably grabbed her arm too if she was throwing vases at me.
Yeah. Wait, student of history said, yeah, don't start yeeting heavy objects at me. That'll be a problem. It's like, yeah, that'll definitely be a problem.
Like, I'd have grabbed her arm too if she was throwing vases at me, but...
God damn right I'm grabbing you. I'm not going to grab you and, like, slowly wrestle you to the floor.
But, like, and then but if he then repeatedly punches her in the face, the next photo we should see, or in that same photo, because most of her face is in it, is her face being black and blue as well.
Yeah.
It seems
Ardent
like...
Party showed up as well. How you doing, man? Yeah, he says it's all lies. Her body language is beyond telling. She'll never win an Oscar. Yeah. I can see it. I mean, like,
she might win
she's definitely putting on an act, but like it's the crying for me. Like, she has no red eyes. There's no tears. Like, people's eyes puff up when they start crying. You know, they get uncontrollable. They don't. It's not just that their voice shakes. You can always tell when someone's fake crying. It's super obvious.
There's one point where she's I think I've got it, where she starts crying and, like, she's like, and then, like, I think the judge or somebody objects and she's like, back to, like, straight faced, and it's just like, your nose would be running. You would look like a big old snotty mess if you were crying that hard.
Yeah.
Like, you would not have just snapped back like somebody yelled.
Like, everybody's cried before. Everybody's cried before. You know what it's like when you're in hysterical tears. Your eyes are all puffy, your nose is running, your face is all puffed up, you know?
She would
like,
look
not
like
her, though.
crap. She wouldn't be dabbing with that tissue slightly. She would be like, her face would be running. Somebody would be bringing over a box of tissues like, here, you're gonna need these.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, it would be interesting to see this bit with the judge as well. Because this is like, remember we were talking last night about football, and you were like, you didn't get the joke. We were talking about football last night, about divers, about footballers taking or soccer players for you Americans, like diving and pretending. And yeah, like as soon as the referee like gives them what they want, they're suddenly fine again. You know, this is what I'm imagining in my head. Just
yeah. But
complete acting, and then as soon as as soon as she gets what she wants from the judge, she's like, "Oh, okay then."
yeah, I'm actually gonna have to. We might have that clip, but yeah, she's crying, and then it's like somebody yelled cut because she's just like back to straight faced again, like, and it's like no, like your face would be running by now, like you wouldn't just snap back to normal. Oh, hang on.
Yeah.
Might have lost you.
It's in the pestering shouting, "Soccer! It's soccer!"
Yeah, he was
It's
trying
not
to.
soccer.
He was trying to
It's
make a football
football.
joke to me last night, and I'm just like, huh?
American football isn't football. You don't use your feet.
To be honest, I prefer American football because it's more tactical.
Yeah, but it's like rugby though. It's like rugby more than.
Somewhat.
It's just the American version of rugby where it's
Somewhat.
like there's a
It's
lot
very
less
tactical
rules.
though.
Yeah.
Which
Foodie.
I prefer. But yeah, you made the football joke, and I'm like,
Well, you can't call it football if you're not using your feet.
I don't know what that means.
You can't call it football. You have to call it something else. You have to call it like shit American rugby.
Shit, American rugby. I don't think that's gonna catch on.
Yeah, where there's no rules, and that's why you need all that armor because you can just go hog wild at people. Anyway, I'm getting distracted.
Right, we're nearly done with Amber.
Music, poetry. We like a lot of the same. We liked a lot of the same stuff. You know, obscure writers and interesting books and pieces of poetry that I haven't heard anybody else reference or know or like. And he was very well read and charismatic, and I think I left the office with a few books that he gave me, and we spent the whole time just talking about things that we care about. And I was so surprised that somebody, I knew who he was. I wasn't familiar, I wasn't a fan of his work. I wasn't familiar with him, but I knew who he was. He's one of the most famous people in the world. So it was already a weird thing to go and get called into his office. And, I'm a no-name actor. I was 22, I think. And I thought it was unusual. It was weird because he was twice my age, and he's this world-famous actor. And here we are getting along about obscure books and weird, old blues. And I thought it was remarkable. I thought it was unusual and remarkable. I left there just...
I don't necessarily think it's that unusual for actors to find younger women.
Yeah, that's... Yeah, if you're a rich and famous actor and you have, you can pick anybody on the planet pretty much. I mean, Johnny Depp's, from what I hear from women, is a pretty hot guy.
Isn't it a running
I'm sure he's going to go
joke?
for somebody young and beautiful.
Is it Brad Pitt? Isn't it a running joke that his girlfriends keep getting younger? Is that even in Hollywood? Yeah. That's a running joke.
There's somebody else with that as well. Leonardo DiCaprio, I think. People always he keeps getting younger and younger girlfriends.
Yeah. So she's like, it's remarkable. It's unusual and remarkable. It's like, no, these older male actors really quite like their young women.
Yeah. Well, we all do, but we don't have the ability to get them all. So, that's a nothing accusation.
Yeah, it's unusual. Okay.
Oh.
This man likes young hot women. Oh my goodness.
Johnny said he would tear it up. He said, if you ever brought one up to me, or if I ever saw one, got my hands on it, I'd tear it up. Only way out of this is death. Only way out of this is death.
Way out of what, CBS? Come on.
And I thought it would I didn't care either way, but I did feel that it would eliminate suspicion or doubt, and it would make things easier. And I told him over and over again, you know, are you sure? Are you sure? Maybe we should do this. And one time he said to me, he's like, kid, are you already thinking of how you're getting out of this? Are you already planning to get out of this, kid? You already planning on leaving?
What was the context?
Yeah, I think that's like she brought up divorce or whatever, but
Well, I'm wondering.
wasn't her?
I don't know. I think, again, the context is completely missing, but I think it has now been alleged that she said she was the one that brought up the idea of a prenup, which I'm not sure on that.
Of a prenup? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely, yeah. Yeah, if somebody brings you a prenup, you rip that stuff up.
And he's like,
No.
how dare you? You're thinking of leaving. Okay. I'm sure he was.
Yeah, exactly. That's like a prenup. You're already planning for the marriage to end, you know? Like, I mean,
I suppose it depends what she would have tried to put in a prenup. Like, I get everything, thank you very much.
yeah, exactly, yeah.
And he's like, yeah, fuck off.
Like, no, we I take my shit, you take your shit, and we split the bank account in half, and that's it.
Black 1917, I don't know where Kitty is. There's one down here, but it's not George. And it's asleep on the floor under the radiator. Right, so oh no. Right, we've done with that one.
Yeah, exactly. That says more about Johnny's commitment to marriage than anything else. Like, yeah, he seems pretty committed. Like, you don't want to go into a marriage planning for it to end.
Well, there was one of them both leaving the court, which I thought was really interesting.
Alex Apol asks Discordia, what happened to Athens?
What happened to Athens? Athens is still there, but the boomer never visits it. It's literally Carl's server, and I think probably the last time he was actually in any of the public areas was about 2 years ago. So, like, I'd be really surprised if anybody who was there to see the boomer actually shows up anymore.
Yeah. Well, from what I've heard, it's kind of carnage now, right? It's all just people.
Yeah, I mean, it has its own kind of spurgy culture that occasionally needs to be bopped on the nose because it got too spurgy. Speaking of, there's jury rigging, one of the old mods from Athens. In my chat.
Nice.
I'm trying to find the one of them both leaving court because I know I put that in.
Oh damn, Disco has a face. I didn't think she was real. I thought it was Trim with a voice changer. That wouldn't surprise me if Trim's sitting playing video games by himself, two-handed, and just switching back and forward.
I could imagine Trim doing that. Let me see if I can find this video. Did I not copy it across? Because there was one of them both leaving the court that I thought was pretty hilarious because that's how the media are framing them both.
Yeah, let's see if we can find any funny clips from it too.
Right, here we go. Right, that's how the media are framing them both. Oh, that's a bit loud. This is them both leaving the courtroom, right?
Oh, I saw this. Yeah. Well, I saw his one. I didn't see hers.
Right, so here's him. Everybody's like, we love you. Here's gifts and presents, and Johnny Depp is here.
Oh boy. It's getting a bit out of hand. I can't believe he's allowed to receive all these gifts.
Yeah, I wouldn't take a box from a crazed fan.
Yeah, I wouldn't take a box from a crazed fan either.
I love you. Here comes Amber.
Lying narcissist.
Lying narcissistic.
That's
Even the women are on our side. Yeah.
Like, yeah, she goes past and she's like, Yes, Georgia Rex, TikTok is cringe, but this is fucking hilarious.
Man.
So, yeah, the media are totally on her side, at least for the most part they seem to be, but she's not winning public opinion.
Yeah.
But yes,
Yeah, no, I can
don't
see
accept
from
big boxes from random fans, folks.
yeah. I want to be taking this box off a fan. It could have anything in it.
Yeah, just like, thank you, but why don't you send that to my PO box where my staff can like check it first.
The thing is, I was looking through the twatters. This like Amber Heard is a psychopath was trending yesterday.
Right,
And I was
let's have
checking
a
it all
look at
out.
that. Right, you bring that up because
I've got it on my screen. If
it's
you can.
your turn to share screen. There we go. Sorry about his light mode. It makes me sad.
Amber mentioned Kate Moss on the stand, and Johnny's lawyers celebrated. They caught her in a lie, and I think it's also opened the door to bring up her past violent relationships. Finally, that's right, because she had a girlfriend or something. She was beaten up as well, wasn't she?
Well, there is headlines that she was once arrested for attacking her ex, like in public or something.
Yeah, I think I remember something like this. She was.
She's actually been arrested for it before. Now I don't know if the charges were dropped later on or what, but she has been arrested for it. So they were probably rubbing their hands together, like, okay, we're bringing the axes into it, are we? Okay.
And let's see what she said.
I don't hesitate, I don't wait, I just in my head instantly think of Kate Moss and the stairs, and I swung at him. In all of my relationship to date with Johnny,
Look at the smile. He's got such a like shit-eating grin on his face over there.
He's just like he's just shaking his head like, you fucking idiot.
Oh, she's just out and said it, has she?
But I don't get what's the Kate Moss reference, because I don't pay attention to celebrity culture that often.
I'm not sure. Let's ask. Let's ask Google while you've got that open.
Dior standing with Johnny is something worth noticing. They know he is the victim, but he's come out the victor. That's good. That they're still standing by him.
I hope he goes after Disney next.
Yeah, well, I think everybody's trying to bankrupt Disney right now. Good on them.
Hopefully Johnny will get in before they run out of money. Why Amber mentioned?
Don't use the hashtag I stand with Amber Heard. Even though you are using it to call out her liars, her PR team will use the fact that it's trending to say people support her and spread. Yeah.
Maybe, but then they'll start pulling things up out of it and it'll just be people trolling.
Oh my god, I saw this. My new profile picture. It literally is his new profile picture.
Right, let's see. Give testimony. Yeah, I don't care about the background. I already know. Detailed instances of alleged violence. She said he inflicted on her, referenced his relationship with ex-girlfriend Kate Moss. Heard 36 mentioned a rumor that Depp once pushed supermodel Moss down a flight of stairs when they were dating. Right, so it's a rumor. Right. Has Kate Moss actually said it?
Oh, Jesus.
Did Johnny Depp push Kate Moss down the stairs? Actress claimed after remembering a rumor. No,
Jordy Swordsman says box contents are hardly going to be worse than the bed contents, to be fair.
Maybe it's a big shit in a box.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a big box for a piece of shit, I guess, but what else?
Somebody just giving him some shit.
Yeah, somebody's basically, you know, they put a shit in a box for him.
All right, so she was saying that she just instantly thought about this rumor that happened in the past.
Yeah, but from what I can see, like, and I've just been googling this. the only instances I can see of this rumor are her saying that she'd heard this rumor before.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, did she just make it up then? Like, has anybody asked Kate Moss?
Yeah.
I mean, she's a public figure. She could easily come forward to any outlet. Or surely, you know, people have tried to get in contact and they're like, Kate Moss has been asked for comment. No? No, probably not.
Yeah. So, according to the testimony of Amber Heard, was severely beaten on a daily basis, and I mean severely, yet sought no medical treatment, took more pics of damage to walls than bodily damage, and the physical harm isn't consistent with the beating she's described.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and there's a picture of what looks like a pimple.
See if we can find the sexual assault thing that she was talking about, because body cavity search, we already kind of watched the highlights.
Oof.
Cavity search.
Yeah, I noticed a lot of people like submitting pictures of like
Yeah.
actual domestic abuse and being like, "This is what it looks like." I mean, that's quite. Yeah, I mean that's the woman who got held down and beaten in the face.
Yeah.
Definitely, not
Like, you wouldn't even
a little.
question that. Like,
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
I don't need to question that somebody attacked that woman there. Where's the... Where it breaks down.
But I was looking through these before, and like I found it so funny just how many blue hairs we've got on our side as well. Like, you think it'd be all the blue hair feminist types that were like, "No, I stand with Amber," but like so many of them are calling her out, being like, "No, you're a disgrace to people who actually get abused and stuff like this." This is why people
that's
don't
true.
trust
Like,
women. And
she's done so much damage to everybody's side with this, because, like, she's done damage with her false allegations, like,
yeah,
to men, like, in the, oh, well, all these things happened to me, and people just fucking believed her, and then she's heading the Me Too movement. But then she's doing damage to actual abuse victims who are not going to be believed, because people are just going to point at Amber Heard and go, well, she lied. Why can't you?
All right, we've got a quote here from Kate Moss. I was lucky to be with Johnny Depp. There's nobody that has ever been able to take care of me before Johnny did. That's what I missed when he left. I really lost the gauge of somebody I could trust. Years and years of crying over him, all the tears. Yeah, I mean, she sounds like an abuse victim, Kate Moss.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Didn't like his ex-wife and all this even stand up for him, being like, no, Johnny's never been violent at all. Like, he drinks and stuff like this, but he's never once.
Yep.
Like, it's just not in his nature.
I think so. Like, all right. So this is her describing the sexual abuse, and like, again, what kind of got me with this was she's just like, she never sought medical help for herself. Like, apparently she took him to the hospital for the finger, but never sought medical help for herself, even though she was like, yeah, like, he shoved a glass bottle in me, I thought it was broken, I was bleeding from my vagina. And it's just like, if you were bleeding from your vagina, you'd be fucking torn up from a fucking bottle. You would be at the hospital because you'd need stitches.
Yeah, we need to find this clip of her saying, because I didn't see this one, of her apparently saying that she didn't know if the bottle was broken or not.
It's probably in this. So I might have to scrub through it because it's about 11 minutes long, but we'll find the relevant bits.
And he was just over and over again smashing this phone into the wall, over and over again, screaming at me. And I was watching the phone every single time he pulled his hand back. It was just breaking into pieces. I remember thinking this phone is disappearing, was smashing it to smithereens, just going into the wall. And at some point, he's on top of no phone, but screaming the same thing. I fucking hate you. You ruined my fucking life. I'm on the countertop. It had me by the neck.
It sounds like that was a prediction.
And he felt
She'd
like
ruin
he was
his life.
on top of me, and
Yeah.
I'm looking at it in his eyes, and I don't see him anymore. I don't see him anymore. It wasn't him. It was black. I've never been so scared in my life. It was black. I couldn't see him, and he was looking at me, and I was trying to get through to him. I was trying to say to him in some way that it was me. I was trying to get through to Johnny, and I couldn't see him. I couldn't see him at all. And my head was bashing against the back of the bar, and I couldn't breathe. And I remember trying to get up, and I was slipping on the glass. My feet were slipping, my arms were slipping on the countertops, and I remember just trying to get up so I could breathe, so I could tell him that he was really hurting me. I didn't think he knew what he was doing.
What?
I don't know how.
What? Pause it a second. So he's like beating her up, and there's glass all over the floor, and she's slipping around on the glass.
Yeah.
Do we have any picture of cuts?
No.
No
And-
blood, no nothing.
No. Like
she's
her
slipping
feet
around
would be
with broken glass.
shredded. Like, you know how
Yeah.
how quickly glass will shred you. You need to step on a teeny tiny bit.
Yeah,
like
I got a big scar on my arm here from a time where I like brushed against some glass. You know,
like glass will shred you. So she's got
Mhm.
bare feet on the fucking floor, slipping around. Like her feet would be shredded.
Yeah. No, this is already bullshit meters going off. And again, crying with no
There's no tears. She's not
no
again
tears,
like
no puppy eyes.
there's no like oh like my nose is starting running now because I'm crying, and no, she's just like it's just there's nothing behind it.
I couldn't breathe.
Like I would believe her more if she was just deadpan saying it like she was numb.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I couldn't.
Anybody had that tissue tested for moisture? Because there was just nothing there. Like,
If you find a tear on that thing, I would. Yeah.
like
A
just
single tear.
it's just I mean there's just nothing. Like she's not actually wiping it. She just pulls it across her face.
I couldn't.
Yeah.
I couldn't breathe. I couldn't get through to him. I couldn't get up. I couldn't get up. And I don't.
Sleeping Giant says people believing this while calling Rittenhouse a phony. Yeah, and if you look at Rittenhouse, like you can see the moment that like he's back in that moment.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. You can actually see him losing it.
Like let's bring that.
Your approach to cars.
Exactly, puffy face. Look.
Like if we can.
And his name and
I'm just gonna skip forward to the bit where he actually.
I take that step back. I look over my shoulder and.
Like you can see he's
Mr.
back in that
Rosenbaum.
moment.
Mr. Rosenbaum was now running from my right side, and I was cornered from in front of me with Mr. Zeminski, and there were
Yeah, you see his face go red.
there were people right there.
That's
His nose
trauma.
is all red. Yeah.
Take a deep breath, pal.
Like he's actually struggling for breath. Like,
That's what
that's another thing. When you're crying, you can't talk. You can't talk through tears.
Mm. That's the other thing. Like, nobody cries pretty.
Yeah,
Nobody
exactly.
sits
Yeah.
there and it's like, "Can you take my picture, please?" Like, nobody cries pretty. Because at that point, you've kind of lost control.
You can just relax for a minute, sir. We're going to take a break, about 10 minutes, and please don't talk about the case during the break.
Like, his face doesn't snap back as soon as he's finished
Exactly.
his
He's
performance
hyperventilating.
here. Like, he's lost control at this point.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like Ardent Purdy said, he's clearly struggling to maintain control. Like she's completely in control of herself. Like her voice is wavering a little bit, but you can't talk when you're crying. Everybody
That's
knows this.
pretty
Like,
heartbreaking to watch him. Like,
yeah,
you watch that and you're just like he's never gonna get over this.
yeah.
I don't know how that ended. I don't know. I don't know how. I don't know what happened next. I don't understand.
And also bear in mind that this is a trained actress.
Yeah. Hold on, Renovatio, did I say that right? Then Johnny hit me with a blast from a railgun and fed me to the wood chipper. Then I reconstituted myself like a T-1000. I had to go out partying with the girls for safety. Amber Heard probably. That's the thing, she went out partying afterwards, didn't she?
Did she? There was, I think it was like 2 days after this or 1 day after this, she went on, was it James Corden show or something? And she's like, I had to put on like really red lipstick to cover my split lip. And it's like, your face would have been like, I don't know if it was after this or if it was after the headbutting thing, but like your face would have been out here. Like,
yeah.
you wouldn't have been covering it with a bit of red lipstick. Like, unless that's some amazing lipstick. See you later, Shadow Turtle. Enjoy Barchcast. Say hi to Barch for me in the chat. Hello, Mitch. See, you managed to avoid the Rock Thought. It's the Rock Thought streaming today. I never know what week he's streaming now because he seemed to have changed the weeks at some point because it was every 2 weeks. And then my reminder now goes off on the wrong week, so I assume at some point that he missed a week. James Corden's show was after the broken nose, I believe. Yes, the broken nose. That she didn't know if it was broken or not, and then she showed a picture of it, and it was like, it wasn't even slightly swollen. It's like, surely if you'd had your nose broken, like, your eyes would be bruised, your nose would be all swollen up, like, you would be a mess.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know if you saw, but there was a picture earlier on Twitter of somebody who had clearly
Yeah, you showed
had their nose
that.
broken.
You showed that. Black 1917 says, the difference between real and fake, the ability to form coherent sentences, the struggle to just breathe, no instant recovery. Yeah, and I think you'll probably see it in this, I'm not sure if it was this one or not, but at one point, somebody objects or the judge says something and her face just snaps back.
Yeah.
God, the next thing I remember, I always bent over backwards on the bar, meaning my chest was up. I was staring at the blue lights and my chest was on this, my back was on the countertops, and I thought he was punching me. I thought he was I'm sorry.
I could feel his arm moving, and it looked like he was punching me. But I could just feel this pressure.
Hey, Rosa. Yeah, somebody get this woman an Oscar, but only after she produces some tears.
if she can make a real tear come out her face, so we should nominate her.
Yeah, if I can see a real tear being squeezed out, then she can have the Oscar.
It kept hitting him. It didn't feel pain. It was just a pressure on my pubic bone, and I don't know. I don't remember what I said. I
don't remember what I... Yeah, for once she doesn't remember. Well, no, she doesn't remember what she said.
Oh.
How about, get off?
Yeah. Get off me. Ouch. Any of these?
Not wanting to move. I remember looking around the room. I remember looking at all the broken bottles.
Wait, you were looking around the room, but you're bent over backwards on the counter with your chest in the air. So how the fuck are you looking around the room at the broken bottles on the floor?
No idea. This was one of the
cursed. Like, how do you? She's a demon.
This is one of the tweets I saw earlier when I was looking through this hashtag. Was like somebody was like following what she was saying, but then like demonstrating it. So she said something like, "I walked out of the room and then Johnny slapped me. So then I turned around and I said, 'Don't slap me.'" And, like,
what did he like slap her on the ass or something?
Sense?
Maybe he like slapped her on the ass on her way out, and she's like, "Oi." I don't know. Is that a tear? Is that? She squeezed one out at the corner there.
I
Or is
don't
it
know.
just the light shining on it? Oops. Right. Watch and see if it moves.
And I
Yeah,
remember
her head spins 360 like The Exorcist.
Because I didn't know if it was broken. I didn't know if the bottle that he had inside me was broken. I couldn't feel it. I didn't feel pain. I didn't feel pain. I didn't feel anything.
I'm fairly sure, given how like sharp glass is, that you would know if you had broken glass in your veg.
Yeah, I mean,
like you would know because it would be.
We're talking about like broken glass in the feet earlier. Like that's, I think student of history was like saying, you get broken glass in your feet. That's a definite hospital visit. If you have broken glass in your vagina, I mean, I don't have a vagina. I'd imagine it would hurt.
Yeah, I imagine. I mean, I've never had broken glass in my vagina, but
I don't know. Like, I've never had broken glass around my sausage and beans.
It would be slicing you to pieces.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine having broken glass next to my dick and balls.
Just be like, oh, I had no idea if it was broken. It might have been broken. It might not have been broken. Like, you would know.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, I thought he was punching me. Like, that's what she says at the start of this story. I thought that he was punching me. Then why would it cross your mind that you wouldn't know if the bottle was broken? Because according to her, she didn't know he was using a bottle.
Yeah.
I looked around and I saw so much broken glass that I didn't know.
I still want to know how she looked around and saw broken glass everywhere. When she's on her back over the bar.
Yeah.
If you would know.
Somebody draw me a diagram of this.
If he would know, I didn't know if he would know if it was broken or not, and I just remember thinking, please God, please, I hope it's not broken. I don't know how that ended. I don't know how I got off the countertop.
You don't know how it ended.
She just remembers getting off the counter. No, I mean, as Rosa's saying, there is a case for shock there. But still, like, if you're saying, like, you think he's punching you, and then you're saying, I don't know if the bottle he was using was... I'm thinking, I don't know if the bottle he's using is broken, then that's a contradiction to your own story.
And then she just like, that's it. That's all I have to say. Like,
yeah, I don't know how it
You don't
ended.
remember how it ended. You're in fight or flight mode. Like, did she pass out or something? Like,
I don't know. We'll see if she says she remembers.
I've been in a few tight spots before, and I remember exactly every second of it.
And she does say, like, there's a lot, because as I was watching it live, she has a lot of these, like, shocking details where she'll go into great detail about all these nasty things that he said and did. But the rest of the story is all, I don't remember the order of events, and I don't remember what happened next. But then I do remember this thing a while later, and it almost seems like somebody who's expecting to get tripped up on this story at some point. And will have the ability to say, well, I said I don't really remember it.
Yeah.
But let me tell you some shocking details.
It feels like bullshit to me. Like, you don't remember what happened during, like, one of the most, what I assume is one of the most terrifying experiences of your life.
Yeah, because one of the things she's been trying to say, I think, is that she had PTSD, and that's causing memory loss.
Does PTSD cause memory loss, though?
Well,
I don't think it does.
From what I understand, I could be wildly wrong here, because psychology is not my area of expertise, but it's like memories that don't process properly. And so they can't remember them as memories, but they can be triggered as, like, flashbacks. Yeah. But the way she's almost using it is that these details are a bit wishy-washy, but here's the really important details that you need to know.
Yeah, okay, PTSD, memory loss is legit. But, yeah, God, I mean...
Rosa says, when I got stabbed... What do you mean when you got stabbed, Rosa? Well, I'm glad that you didn't get killed. It happened, but in Flight or Flight, it didn't hurt at all. Adrenaline is a hell of a job, and when it's gone, you shut down. I can't remember how I got home. But that does happen. But I assume, do you remember, like, because the way she's talking about it, like, she doesn't remember the part of the incident. But then afterwards, she remembers getting up. Well, don't get stabbed, Rosa.
I mean, I'm just having difficulty believing any of this because there must be evidence of it. Like, you must...
I mean...
The stuff about rolling around in broken glass.
Yeah, like, she's rolling around in broken glass. She's slipping around in broken glass. So her feet, at least, are shredded. She's talking about her arms are slipping, which I guess means that a glass has been broken on the counter at some point. So she's probably scratched up her arms as well. She's been penetrated with what she says is like, there's a picture of the bottle later on, like a large kind of square bottle. It's like, and you didn't have any medical checkup for the cut feet.
Yeah, that's what rape kits are for.
I mean, even if not for the sexual assault itself to report it, for the injuries that you must have sustained.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like I said, it's always weird, like, questioning somebody's, especially sexual abuse, you know. But I just don't believe her. Like, none of this in my head is fitting together. There's something is not right here, for sure.
And again, like, no police reports, no hospital visit. Even if you're like, I went to the hospital and, you know, I was ashamed and I lied. But, you know, here's the hospital records of me having my feet sewn up.
Yeah. And isn't there, I mean, there's also like, there's a lot of guys that work for Johnny, right? Like they testified during the trial. Like I remember there was at least one Scottish guy and then some other guy who like worked for him, like at his manor or whatever, or at his building. And they all just testified like, no, we never saw any signs of harm. Like you wouldn't, if you walked in as like a cleaner and saw like blood and broken bottles all over the floor, you would have at least somebody who could back this up. There
Well,
must
this
be at
is-
least one other person who could back this up.
Like, this is the thing, like, because later on, and I don't know if it's in this particular video or not, but they start bringing up the exhibits that go along with this story. And so they're like, okay, so here's a picture of this counter that you were apparently on that's collapsed. And they're like, you know, what, tell us about this. And she's like, oh, it looks like somebody's cleaned up, because yeah, that is the table that I was across, but like there was a lot more broken glass and stuff like that. And it's like, right, so somebody came in, half cleaned up the crime scene, and then took pictures for evidence. And she said this about a whole bunch of them. And it's like, well, I'm really glad whoever took the pictures was considerate enough to tidy the mess before they took the pictures, just to make sure, you know, that they didn't take a picture of a mess. It's just like, just so happened that some considerate person half tidied it and just left it enough for there to be enough, there to be something to take a picture of. But she's like, oh yeah, that is the scene, but it was way worse than
I think
that.
at the very least she's exaggerating. At the very least, she's definitely exaggerating, because maybe she remembers it. Maybe she was actually just genuinely scared. I'm willing to give her something, you know. Maybe she was genuinely scared, and this is her mind like over exaggerating what happened because she doesn't remember it well. But
I don't know, like, you'd have to really over exaggerate to add sexual assault to it, though.
yeah, this whole part about not knowing if you had a broken bottle inside you.
I mean, Rose is saying about, you know, the shock could numb the pain. And that's fair enough.
That's what I mean.
But when she's also saying, like, I thought he was punching me, but I'm thinking, I hope the bottle isn't broken. Well, which is it?
You would know. That's what I mean. Like that in my head just does. I can't. Yeah, I mean, she's right as well. Like Rose is right. Like adrenaline really does take the edge off. But
yeah, she's right there as well. You don't just get rid of broken glass. It'll keep lacerating until it's removed. There would have to be a medical record. Like, even if every word is true, and she also didn't want to report the sexual assault for whatever reason, shame, or like she didn't want Johnny to get in trouble, whatever reason, she didn't report that part of it, she would still have to go to the hospital to get her feet sewed up. She would have to, because she's been slipping around in broken glass. So there would be at least some doctor who could be like, yep, this woman came in with bruises all over her, because she would be bruised after this, with glass in her hands and feet. Like, there would at least be that. You would have a doctor on the stand saying, yep, she came into the hospital.
That's the thing I can't get past. It's like you don't have one witness. You don't have one witness to any of this stuff who's willing to testify. And everybody who has testified for Johnny, as far as I'm aware,
there was doctors involved.
Said we've never seen any signs of abuse.
Yeah, this is the same incident, because after this seems to have been when he had his finger cut off, and so there was doctors and medics involved because they had to see to him and his finger.
Right, because so an ambulance did turn up and take him to hospital then.
Well, I'm not sure if an ambulance turned up and took him to hospital or if his security took him. I'm not entirely sure, but he ended up in hospital.
Yeah, I'm just not seeing any way that she didn't also end up in hospital.
Yeah, Rosa, there is absolutely no way, if she was slipping and sliding in glass, that there wasn't medical intervention. You're right. Like, it needs to be taken out.
Mm-hmm.
And Glass was like a mess
Anyway.
here.
Being in the bathroom, I remember retching. I remember the sound my voice was making. I remember I lost control of my bladder. I remember just retching. I remember there was some blood on the floor. I got up at some point. I don't know how that night ended. I don't remember what happened. I don't remember. I have a memory of him begging me not to leave. I remember going outside the front door. I remember him coming out to the front area, but I don't remember.
Was that the
If that
moment
was
people are saying
before or
that she
after
was
this?
taking cocaine? Like, people are saying that she was either sniffing coke or menthol
Don't
at this
remember.
point.
I have a memory of him begging me not to leave.
No idea.
I remember going outside the front door. I remember
I'm
him
not
coming
sure.
out to the front area, but I don't remember. If that was before or after this, I don't remember. I just have that memory. I remember taking a bunch of sleeping pills. Not a bunch, like 2, which is a lot for me.
Oh, I was exaggerating. Wait, no, I shouldn't exaggerate about that.
Falling asleep.
Shouldn't exaggerate about
I don't
that.
remember falling asleep, but I know I fell asleep because I woke up the next day. I assume it was late morning. I could hear him downstairs. I could hear Marilyn Manson music, not in person. I could hear the music. Maybe he said it was Marilyn, or maybe I could recognize it. I don't remember, but I became aware of it. That's what I was hearing. It was blaring. It became clear, obvious to me when I walked downstairs. He was still up. He hadn't gone to sleep again. I walked downstairs and I saw this brown on the walls going down the stairs. And the brown on the walls became clear, like lettering. And then it was obvious it was dried blood. He had written down that we had a spiral staircase, like white cream walls.
So he was this was obviously the thing he was talking about in Eclipse as well, which is just bizarre. Like, that apparently he was writing with blood on the walls.
Right. Well, he must have run out of blood before he got to what we've seen, because that was all black paint. I didn't see any blood
it
at
was
all.
black paint.
On the carpet, I could see blood drips. I thought it was from my arms or feet, but it was drips.
So her arms and feet were cut, and she's just said it there.
Yeah.
I thought it was from my arms or feet. So, according to her, her arms and feet were sliced up with glass.
Yeah, why would she take a picture of a bruise in her arm but not cuts all over?
Yeah, where's the cuts pictures? We've seen like a teeny tiny cut lip and bruise up here, but like, show us the feet. Like, even if, like, okay, you wouldn't go upstairs and immediately take photos for evidence. I get that, but again, like, glass scars take a long time to heal.
Yeah. I mean, I've been messed up by glass before.
You could have had the thought a week later, I should probably document this.
Yeah.
And take a picture of the healing cuts on your
Well,
arms and feet.
she's kind of known for taking pictures of herself and being like, this is the abuse, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But she didn't take a picture of this. I mean, that would have been the worst of it, but by far.
Mm.
I don't know.
Garia says paint in blood doesn't seem very strange for someone who's friends with Manson.
It's probably true. Right, I think.
Hang on. Jury Riggin asks, would you even take the sleeping pills with your abuser in the house?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Probably be quite alert, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think this is probably just her trying to cover up for like taking drugs that night.
Potentially. Or if this is the night that his finger was cut off, like, this could very well be, I need to have a worse story than the one that he's telling of how my finger got cut off, or how his finger got cut off.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to wrap up pretty soon. Is there anything else you want to cover?
I mean, I had quite a bit of stuff, but
we could always do a part 2 if you want.
we could. Let me see if I can finish with this though, because this was something somebody sent me earlier, which I thought was pretty funny. The lawyer being an idiot. Actually, we should have the psychologist on there, because I absolutely love the psychologist. Them trying to use psychology against the psychologist, which was just an absolutely beautiful thing. Okay, you're ready for this. We'll have something a bit more fun, because what we've just listened to.
And your answer under oath at that time was?
No.
I've not, right?
Sorry, I hadn't found the page in time.
Okay. You said, no, I've not.
But I have not.
Okay.
Reviewed by the legal team, no.
I asked a different question. Are you trying to resist that you didn't have dinner with Mr. Depp and drinks?
I'm not trying to resist that, but it's not quite right.
You did have dinner with Mr. Depp, did you not?
I did, with his legal team and Mr. Depp.
Did you not?
And what?
You had drinks with Mr. Depp, did you not? Find something that would be in favor of Mr. Depp and negative to Ms. Heard, that you wouldn't be an expert in this case. They're not going to bring you into court if you're going to say that Ms. Heard is right and Mr. Depp is wrong, correct?
So, as a forensic psychologist, my obligation is to the court, is to the fact finder. I present science regardless of what that science may be. Now, when I take a case, my retainer agreement is explicit about that, and I discuss that with the attorneys.
I'm asking you a question. I'd like you to try to answer my question. You understand that if you found favorably to Ms. Heard and negatively to Mr. Depp, you wouldn't be here, right? You wouldn't be testifying.
Objection speculative.
No, okay, sorry.
Hold on. The objection is speculation.
That's not speculation.
No, I'll sustain the objection if you want to ask.
Okay. If
she's like, damn it, I've been caught.
I sustain the objection. Next question.
Okay. But you told Ms. Heard that you told your husband, correct?
Ms. Bredehoff, that is not accurate.
What is accurate?
You're incorrect. That is not correct.
I said accurate.
Well, the question that was asked was
so many double negatives.
Muffins, you said, from your husband, right? You gave those to Ms. Heard, correct?
May I clarify what occurred so that we can stop talking about the muffins? What happened was that I was getting ready that morning. I frequently bring muffins to the office. My husband did.
So basically they're trying to like trip up the psychologist, and she's having none of it. None of it at all.
What I find that so hard to follow. Like it wasn't even obvious what they were trying to like.
Yeah,
what she was trying to get at.
What she was trying to get at, because I kind of got what she was trying to get at.
It was a really confusing circle of questions.
She was trying to get to the idea that she wouldn't be testifying in the court unless she was biased in Johnny's favor. And so that she had only found that Amber Heard had these disorders because she was being paid to find that. And that's what they were trying to get her to agree to without outright saying it.
Right.
It was sneaky. But she's a psychologist, so she caught them.
Yeah.
All
also,
right.
what the hell is that thing in the background of the video?
I'm not sure. I think I closed
Do you still
it,
have
actually.
it?
And your answer under oath at that time
The thing in the background. What thing?
Wait until it goes to the prosecutor. Yeah, that thing on the left.
Oh no!
What the hell?
Oh no!
Is she wearing a trans flag and a pussy hat?
I was gonna say, is that a rainbow pussy hat? Oh no!
I was thinking that the whole time. I was like, are there like activists in the audience here? Like, why is there an activist in the court?
Is that the jury or is that like just one of the?
I think it's just spectators.
Oh my god, she is just the embodiment. Ah! Oh, Me Too stuff. What are you doing, you asshole? Asshole. What? Right. Well, if you need to go, let's just end on this song that I was sent earlier on. This is Amber Heard's lawyer.
Funny. I'm supposed to be a comedy channel.
It's funny. We'll end on funny.
Okay,
You ready?
We'll end on funny. Let's
I
go.
really hope it's not too loud. Let me start off quiet. We can make it louder if we need to.
I used to be respected, people took me at my word. Then I became a lawyer representing Amber Heard. Objection, hearsay. Oh my God, I don't have a case. Objection, hearsay. Now I'm ashamed to show my face.
Well, I'm a famous movie star, yeah, life is always fine. I sit down at my penthouse drinking mega pints of wine.
Objection, hearsay.
I don't know why we ever wed.
Objection, hearsay.
Who the hell poops in someone's bed?
I object to everything. I may have an infection. Cause I say I object, the judge says
that was your own question.
Objection, hearsay. Court isn't supposed to be this hard. Objection, hearsay. How did I ever pass the bar? Well, just one final question, sir, and this one has been prepped. What is your name?
My name is Johnny Depp.
Objection, hearsay. That's your name. Objection, hearsay. Looks like you've been and you are lame. Objection, hearsay. Objection, hearsay.
That's great. That's fantastic. I love it. Even though it's TikTok, I love it. I might have to hang
TikTok does come out with some really good stuff sometimes. Like in general, it's a mistake, but they do have some.
It's a mistake.
Some people are asking for a link to the song, but I guess it's TikTok, the true gadfly. Go there and you can find it.
I shall send it to you. You can put it in your chat if you want. Where
All
are
right.
you? Where are you? Oh wait, no, we're having a DM call. You're at the top. Oh, for goodness sake, I'm an idiot. Let me grab the link out of here then.
Okay, I can get it here. Yeah, that's a pretty good song.
There we go.
I'll see if I can put it in here. There you go.
And to my chat as well, if you wanna get the song. And I might have to make it my ringtone because it's fantastic.
It's pretty good, yeah. Yeah, we didn't even get to cover this lawyer like objecting to his own question, and people were just like,
I kind of
"What
feel
the
like
hell?"
we might have to have a part two.
The response from the judge was the best. The judge was just like, "That was your own question, like you moron."
Yeah, he like asks the question, and like Johnny gets like 2 words out, and is like
Yeah.
trying to answer the question, and he's just like, objection, hearsay, and it's like, but you asked him what the guy said. And then he's like, oh yeah, so I did. Have you done this before, mate? Is this your first time?
Yeah, like, is this your first time?
First trial?
All right, I'm going to wrap it up because I need to get to the shop before it closes.
Oh, I
I
see.
thought this was only going to. I thought this was only going to last like an hour or two, but we've gone 2.5 hours. Not bad.
We might actually have to do part 2 because I've got so many videos that I just grabbed that are pretty juicy. So
Yeah.
I think we'll have to do some more at some point.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, to everyone in my chat, thanks for coming. This was my first live stream.
Wait, we might.
I did
be
have some
back.
issues with the audio. I did have some issues with the audio, but we'll try and get that fixed.
Yep.
Yeah.
You should.
And I'm going to make some more videos for my channel as well. I was gone for a while because I got 2 strikes, and I knew that a third one would mean the channel's gone forever. So I thought I just won't post for a while. But I'm back now.
Spicy monkey.
Yeah, I was a little bit. I wasn't even that spicy. It was because I posted stuff from the Joe Rogan Experience that was explicitly banned at the time. Where like Peter McCulloch and
See, I thought
people were talking about COVID. They were just like, no.
I thought it was going to be the COVIDocracy, that you were literally just posting misinformation.
Yeah, that's what it was. I got 2 strikes for misinformation. And I was like, okay, well, I don't know if I can contain my spiciness enough to risk getting the third.
Naughty
But I am
spicy
back,
monkey.
so I'll make some more. I'll make some more videos.
But yeah, we might be back tomorrow with Factorio. That's dependent on whether or not the RP is on, because there's been some talk about whether or not that'll be on for Mother's Day. So I'm waiting to hear from the rest of the group whether it will be or not.
Oh shit, yeah, it's Mother's Day. Thanks for reminding me.
I think it is only Mother's Day in America.
Oh, okay, then fuck my mum. Who cares?
But I'm sure she won't mind being told anyway, to be honest.
Yeah.
But so we
I should
might be
give her a
playing
call,
Factorio
maybe.
tomorrow, or if not, I'll be on this game in RV instead. So either way,
Alright.
I will see the chat tomorrow.
All right, thanks for everyone joining. Nice for everyone who joined my chat.
Yep. Have a good night, chat.
Maybe see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.